everybody, good evening. Hey, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. I don't have much of a voice today. So what I have here is a compact disc, a CD-ROM, and I have glued a piece of cereal box to it. And I am going to be making for the Crowshriek area one of the reclaimed houses. Like I said, they find ruins and they live in that. So what I want to do is I want to build the structure remains of a home, and then with pieces of leather and old wood and pieces of logs or whatever they can find, generate a new structure out of that. So to get started, I'm going to make some hasty bricks, and I don't want these to be perfect. Then I'm going to make this, and you've seen me do this before. Up, snap that in half. That's not a problem. We'll just give it a little dibby dab of love. Put it right back together. Here we go. All right, so we're going to use this as kind of a back wall. For our structure. I'm having trouble coloring the lines today. Yeah, I didn't plan ahead. That happens. It's kind of my style. Spontaneous chic. Okay. All right. We get something like that. Oops. I'm thinking 6 should be enough, but I don't know that. So I want just a thin piece of that tongue depressor there. So I'm going to rough these pretty good. I'm just going to do that with my knife. I'm just doing it really fast. I'm not putting a whole lot of effort into it. There. Oops. Cat. 5. Cease. Then I'm going to get something sharp. I have this little, I think these are clay tools. I don't even know. Then I'm just going to get these on here roughly. So it sits on there. And what I want to do now is I want to create a couple uprights. And since these are all going to be the same height because I cut them off this length, shouldn't be a problem. Now, if you're worried about these not being sturdy enough, or if you want to be able to support weight on your roof of any significant kind, you could use pieces of Jenga blocks or balsa or sticks that you cut or whatever you got, man. Woman, child, whoever's watching. I have a feeling that ultimately I'll have enough crap on here that mine will be pretty sturdy. So I'm just going to get a little bit of glue. I'm going to shove that back in there like that. And I just realized I don't want all four of mine to be the same. So I'm going to reach into my box here and grab this piece of dowel. And make my final one out of a log. One of the best friends I ever had in my entire life had to move to Germany. His name's Pablo, and him and his wife, beautiful wife Ariri, were from Mexico City. And they came here to work for Bayer, like the aspirin company. And then they escaped Mexico, which, contrary to what you might believe, is a terrible fucking place to live. It's like riddled with drugs and crime and all kind of drama. So they get here with their daughter and then her visa expires and they have to go. And instead of going back to Mexico, they chose to go to Germany and stay with the company and go on and do new and bigger things. I miss them, and I miss them all the time, and things remind me of them all the time, like as I'm doing things or whatever. And he was just a really good friend of mine. My aunt worked for Bear too, or still does actually, and they had never celebrated Thanksgiving because it's an American holiday. So my aunt invited them for Thanksgiving, and what ended up being the case was that we hit it off, and Mrs. Doom and Ariri and Pablo and I became just great friends, and we spent a lot of time together with our families, with my little Dooms. The big Dooms my older boys were there too. They were young then at the time, and the baby Dooms were little. Sammy, my youngest, wasn't even born yet. So we just, couldn't keep them here as much as we wanted to, and there was no way to do it without being shiesty. Like, we'd even talked about getting a divorce and marrying them, but it just wasn't right, and we didn't do it. But anyways, they're in Germany now, and I miss them very much. And I got to speak to Pablo a little bit. On Facebook Messenger the other day. I'll tell you what, I miss them even worse now. Alright, so I basically just made this kind of half-ass shack, and now we need to cover up so that if they get cold, there's some stuff kind of draped around to kind of keep them warm. So let's get a little piece of this real thin foam here, and let's I don't know what I'm doing, I just rolled it. Let's create a rough animal hide shape. It'll probably be easier with scissors. But yeah, I miss them terribly. I have friends, but I always just felt really, really close with them. I always felt like he was like the other part of me, man. He understood me. I'm a little awkward and weird. I don't know if you listen to me talk at all, but I have weird ideals about stuff and how I think people should be kind and should sacrifice for others. And I just have a lot of things I think. And Pablo always understood, man. He always he never judged me on it or anything. He was just a really good friend. I miss him a lot. And it was so awesome because any of our normal friends, any of our friends from here that would have met them, would have just loved them. They would have been like, these are the coolest effing people. But they're gone. But I think they're doing well in Germany. At least I get the impression they are. And their little daughter has just grown like a weed. I see pictures of her on Facebook, and I can't believe it's that little teeny girl that growled like a monster. All right. Now, their fire situation is likely sitting outside because they don't know much about fighting fires. They just know vaguely how to harness it. So wait, before we do that, let's get some glue and find a cup that's kind of going to work. Come on. All right, that sounds like a demon now. All right, hold on. A little bit of reinforcement with clear glue. I don't know if clear glue is any better or any worse as a... Oh, shit. Glue gun down, medic. I don't know if clear glue is any better or any worse than white glue. I know it dries clear, and that's why I generally use it, but for this application, let's hope it works well. I'm just going to get a brush. I'm going to get some of my homemade flock. Let's get a piece of fabric and wipe that up real quick. All right. Now I have every intention of painting over this flock, so it's okay to do this now. All right. Then we'll blow dry this off, and then we'll paint it all black and come back and paint it as a finished product. You're going to want to get your minor burning hand spell and do some work here. I've been working a lot lately. I have a gentleman in the hospital that works for me, and another one who just had a baby, and things have been kind of hectic, and I do apologize. I know for those of you that watch all the time, you're used to there being a video pretty much without fail almost every day, and I've been letting you down on that. Now I'm going to do better. I'm just trying to figure out my work situation. I'm just getting small rocks here, and I'm going to move those around into a kind of campfire-esque, vaguely campfire-esque shape, and then glue those in place with a little bit of super glue. Okay, get my super glue, and this is just going to be real easy. All right. So the current game that the Dungeon Swag gang is playing right now is called Quinfall. It's $20 on Steam. It's in early access. There are a lot of bugs, but there is a charm about it. There's a quality about it that makes it amazingly fun. So if you guys are into playing online games, go on Steam and check out the Quinfall and see if it's for you. And if you're interested, go ahead and join us on that game. I am really enjoying it. I'm working on building our guild hall right now, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. And Scorvic mostly just grinds and fights stuff all the time, which is usually the opposite. He's usually the responsible one, and I'm usually the one off running around getting beat up. So, anyways, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave a comment, and all the happy crappy that pleases the algorithm gods. And check out the website and buy some of our miniatures. If you can't, no judgment. We've all been there. Seriously, no judgment. You see, I make custom miniatures. I do that for you guys, so you can make your own stuff. Also, check us out on Discord, and the link for that will be in the description as well. And until next time, thanks for watching.